There's your intro music. uh, Actually, I was supposed to go live at 10:30, but I see the live setup I made up uh, says 1:30 in the afternoon. Well, this is a quick one in between, and I don't know what. Don't really know what's going 1:30. How this 1:30 thing is going to work out? 'Cause I'm supposed to be somewhere, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do it anyway. Anyhow, just wanted to chat a little bit right now. Um, I don't know what you people think of this new YouTube setup. I don't like it. I go into the comments section to make comments half the time, and it won't let me. Uh, it's kind of cool. And, little things like that bug the heck out of me. But that's just me. When you get to be 77, you get set in your ways, Anyway, I don't see anybody in with us yet. Let's see. I don't need that thing in there sticking in nose. Oh, my God. There we are. Yeah, I don't see a thing. Maybe I should type something here. I don't know. I'll just put welcome. You can all pardon me for 1 minute. I'll be right back. Got to answer the phone. Well, that particular call, that looks like one of them spam calls, so we're not going to bother with it. And we don't want it messing up our thing anyway, so. So we'll have a little thing here. I put welcome in there. Don't see nothing going on. I don't see anybody yet. That's all right. I hope everybody's staying safe. This virus is a bad thing. And I sit back and I watch it. And like here in the States, we've got, here we go. Hey, Mike. Glad you're here. Yep. I hope you're staying well and safe. I got a feeling this virus thing's going to last quite a while because we got some states that are way behind the other states. We got a few states there that haven't been complying with anything. So that to me, it looks like that's going to get contaminated down the road and keep spreading the thing around. I don't know. I could be totally wet on this. But I don't know, Mike. What's your thoughts on this? Too bad we couldn't talk back and forth on these things like we do on playing games and stuff. That's just my theory on this thing that now they're talking about they want to open up everything, start opening stores and everything. Some of them by the end of April and some by middle of May. And looks like it's going to be way too soon to me, but who knows? What do I know? Mike, I'll show you something interesting. I think you're the only one with us right now. This is a about 1949 quart gun. And what's unique about this, I did a video on this a long time ago. What's unique about this barrel is made out of a Schlitz beer can. In fact, it says Schlitz right in it. You can't hardly see it, but you can see in through here, I can see it. And down the barrel, I can read Schlitz beer. That's what kind of makes it interesting. This was a early Japanese import after the war. As I say, it was around 1948, 1949, they shipped this in. And It just shows the ingenuity they had. They took just took a beer can and made this whole gun, carved out a piece of wood, put this on here, and it's an actual working cork gun. It if I had a cork, it would. And that's something you can't find hardly anymore. We used to have hardware stores all over, so you could get into stuff. Keeping my fingers crossed, scary times. You bet it is, Mike. I'm scared to death of it myself. I'm 77, got a bad heart, bad lungs. If I get it, I figure I'm gone. But anyway, that's why I'm just hiding out from it. If I go out, I wear my mask, rubber gloves, the whole works. It's very cool. It's very strange times. What scares me is I think they're going to open stuff up way too soon. The Chinese were 3 months with it. Probably longer, actually. I don't know. Because the stuff was probably scattering around there and they just didn't know it yet. It's just like us. They'll come on the news and they'll say, oh, 30 new cases here, 50 cases for their testing. Well, they don't really know what's out there. I mean, just because you test, say, 50 people in my area, what about the others? Several thousand. I mean, Oh, the Corolla's running great. That is one tough car. I got to tell you about this. Right after I got it, this truck was ahead of me. And right off the bat come this thing flying like crazy and wiped out my whole front bumper deal. Of course, on that, it's the front grill bumper, wiped that out. So, okay. Of course, the truck, he was long gone. He takes off. But anyway, replace that. Well, that was pretty nice. My fellow does the body work here locally, Rolf. He's a very good fella. He only charged me $800 and something, which was a lot of money. But anyway, make a long story short, we're in a rainstorm, because I was in a rainstorm and it was, you couldn't hardly see. Anyway, going down 31 again, and another rainstorm, dark, dreary night. 3 cars up in front of me hit a deer. Everybody, they sent it flying in all directions. Anyway, by the time I got there, I didn't know it. By the time I got up to it, because I kept seeing them hit their brake lights. By the time I got up to it, I managed to hit it too. Ran over it more than anything. And that took the wheel well, that plastic piece in the wheel well out. So I replaced that. I mean, it's one tough little car. It's been through 2 things like that. Brian, welcome. Glad you're here. And I see, Mike, I see you got that Camry now. How you like that? Yes, it's been good. I bought that Corolla last July. It had 23,500 on it, and I got 30,000 on it now. And had a nickel's worth of problems with it, except for me hitting stuff. That really wasn't my fault with all this deer stuff and other crap. But anyway. Yes, I am, Mike. Yep, I know you are. And I am too. Vietnam. That's Big waste of time is what it was. Anyway, let's see. Anybody else got anything? Brian, don't be afraid to jump in. Say whatever you want. It you don't want me doing all the talking. The I don't know about you guys, but I'll be glad when this nonsense is over with. My wife cut my hair the other night, and I see she missed a little spot back there. Can't get in a barber's day. No barber shops open. Ain't nothing open. I just, and I miss a friend of mine. Every Saturday morning we used to go to coffee. Well, we can't do that. Ain't no restaurants open or anything else. Don't really want to go out anywhere where there's people much anyway. I go to the grocery store, but I very careful. I go early in the morning. I go down aisles where there ain't nobody and around. You know how that is. Our local Walmart was either that one or the one in. It had to be ours. The paper wasn't too clear on it, but I think it was ours that somebody in there come in and they tested a bunch of people afterwards. Well, we've had quite a few people running around with it. Trouble is, a lot of people got it and don't even know they got it. They don't even have any symptoms. Gonna see if anybody else got anything going on here. So, Mike, you were in the Army, weren't you, or Marines, something like that? Brian came in late. I'll have to show him. 1948 to 49 cork gun. I don't know if you've ever even seen a cork gun. I don't know how old you are. But anyway, made out of a Schlitz beer can. The barrel inside, you can read Schlitz beer right in it. Kind of unique. It's kind of a cool antique thing I got. Actually, I had one like this when I was about, I don't know. Well, it was around 1949, so I was 43, 49. I was about 6 years old. I had one just like this, and I don't know whatever happened to it. Anyway, I was at an antique show, and lo and behold, there was my gun, and I was with my brother-in-law, and he says, is that like the gun you used to tell you had? I says, yeah. I says, that's it. Same thing. So anyway, I bought it to have something cool. Good conversation piece. I got another little cool thing I'll show you. I was in Big Lots. I picked this up. Big magnifying glass, very good magnifying glass. But the cool thing about it is it's got lights in it. See, it lights up stuff. It's great on this fine print stuff. Like medicine bottles today, they got the prints so small on them you can't see them hardly with anything. So that's just a little something I'd show you. Just in case any of you are doing fine work or anything, this stuff is handy. I know when I'm building on these computers and stuff, it gets there. But I think I'm about done with that. I just rebuilt mine, and I think I'm about done. My arthritis is getting so bad in my hands I can't hang on to stuff, and it's kind of rough. But I'm doing pretty good for 77, though. I keep going. Looking to see if you fellows were saying anything. You're letting me do all the talking. I don't know. My intro music, if any of you have, well, I know Mike has watched my videos. I don't know about Brian here. I use my mouth harp, and that's I use that for my intro music and stuff. That way, people can't say I'm copyright infringing or anything else like that. That gets to be kind of a hairy thing too. I've filmed a few things live, and if you're out somewhere and there's a radio playing somewhere or something, and you happen to walk by it, and you pick that up, I don't care if you only got 4 or 5 seconds on your thing. Oh, it picks right up on it. It'll say, "Oh, you got a copyright infringement and stuff," which I just get rid of and out of it. But I says, well, no. I says, I'll end that. So now I film everything. Like if I'm going to film something like that, I film it silent. Then I use this other program I got, and I add any comments I want to, and let it go at that. And in case any of you's FreeCam 8 is the name of the program. You can put that on over the top of anything you're doing. Just like I could run it right now and film myself out live on the thing there. If you're gaming, you want to film your gaming and comment on it or something, that FreeCam 8 is a good program. It works very good, and it's free. I mean, it's got a paid version too, but the free version is fine. Works great. So that's a little tip for you. Just remember, FreeCam 8 works very good. I think if there's any other program I might want to tell you about. Advanced System Care. This is a program that I've used it when somebody's got a laptop or something that's hijacked. And I've had it work very well on hunting down stuff, and helps you. It'll find it for you, and most of the time you can wipe it out with it. And if you guys happen to get a hijacked computer, by the way, don't worry about it. I mean, the worst thing you can do is just replace your hard drive. I mean, that's not a big deal. Yes, you'll lose your stuff, but if you get locked out, that's if you get hijacked bad enough so that they lock it right up on you, replace the hard drive. But if you hunt, if you can get into the computer at all, and you can hunt it down in the programs, and you can hunt it down and get rid of it. It takes a bit. Had one laptop brought to me that a couple of shops had worked on, couldn't do anything with. So they brought it over, and he says, "You want to take a look at it?" Yeah. It took me almost a week, but I managed a bit. Got all the crap out of it. Got it all back to great shape. So the guys are going to let me do all the talking. All right, that's no problem. The I've got a good one here. In fact, I had a guy just make a comment on MSI motherboards. I'm running a Ryzen 5 now. I put in there. It's a 3.6 with a 4.2, I think it is, boost on it. Well, I'm not sure if I just happen to have a really great chip or if the motherboard isn't reading right. I haven't overclocked a thing, and my processor runs 4.1 to 4.3 all the time. Once in a while, it'll drop down to 3.6, but it goes right back up and stays there. So no need to overclock it. It's working fine on its own. I've threatened to overclock it though, just to see how far it would go, being that that's the way it wants to run. But and that's right at standard 36. So I was very happy with this last rebuild I did. I was running an 8350 AMD, and that's a good old processor. It runs hot though. It's like 125 or 130 watts. I can't remember which now, but anyway, it's warm. You get that onto a good heavy duty game, and it'll set right there, and the heat will just pour off of it. Oh, on a cold night, it's kind of nice. Warm your room right up. Anyway, this Ryzen 5 runs very cool, and I'm very happy with it. I'm running an old 960 video card, and I've been running Far Cry 5, which is kind of a neat game. The only reason I run it, I even got involved with this Far Cry 5. I've ran all the Far Cry games. The first one, because that was early, if the graphics would have been better, it would actually probably was the best Far Cry game of the whole bunch. The 2, 3, and 4, you get killed at the end of them. There's no way out of it, 5, it's got 3 endings actually. I did them all. One of them, at the end of it, you get a chance. Well, actually, probably shouldn't tell you it's the end, but anyway, you get to live at the end if you take the one. The other one, you don't get killed, but you don't get to walk away either. So that's a hint for you. And then there's another ending. If you go into the game, and when they tell you to put the cuffs on a guy and you don't at the beginning, you just sit there and let it go, and it'll let you walk away. It's kind of a strange little ending there. I shouldn't be moving around because I'm killing the picture I see. Well, I know where Mike's at just about. Brian, where are you from? Roughly. Don't give me your address or nothing like that. Just what state are you in or what country? No, I've been using MSI motherboards for a long time. In fact, the first computer, one of the first computers I built, was the motherboard that was in that was the company that bought out MSI. Can't remember what the heck the name of it was now. Oh, Scotland. Welcome. That's a beautiful country over there. England, Ireland, and Scotland, all up through there. I tell everybody that's the last bit of civilization. I think that's a beautiful part of the world. But that's the only reason I've kind of stayed with those motherboards. They do leave a little desired on their command center stuff. Their game boost, really all that does is kicks it up. Well, what's real crazy, if I put game boost on, I did on this just for the fun of it to see what it would do. It was actually slower than what the thing was running at. Then I leave it on its own. As I say, on its own, it runs 4.1 to 4.3, depending on what kind of load it wants. There's no overclocking or nothing. If I put game boost on, it wants to run at about 4 to 4.1, which is a little lower than what it runs on its own. So, but what game boost does is just takes you up to your what your boost would be, and not the total boost either. Sometimes, but that's about all that the game boost thing does for you, and which is, you don't really need it. You take with these the chip like Ryzen 5 and Ryzen 7 and those, the automatic boost is so good on them that you don't need it. It's automatically boosting itself up there anyway. So no reason to have it, the my 8350, that was at 4.2 with the boost. And I was running it at 4.4 and 4.6. And here I go moving again, messing up the picture, I see. Sorry about that. But this Ryzen 5, it's so much smoother than the 8350 was. Plus the cores. Now that was supposed to be an 8-core, and I got a thing in the mail here a while back. I think in November. Big lawsuit on AMD. We're supposed to get a little settlement out of it. I don't know, because the chips were supposedly, they weren't dual core, or didn't have this 8 cores like it's supposed to have. Now this, which are actually threads, but this Ryzen 5 has got 6, but 6 times 2 is 12, so it's got 12 threads running. And I don't know if that's what makes it so much better or what, but this chip runs so much better than the 8350. And so I was going to say, I got that old 960 video card that I'm using. And in Far Cry 5, I was getting, a lot of times, my frame rate was 80. It'd go all the way up to 80 and stuff in it. And I mean, I had 60 and better all the way through it. And that's without overclocking the video card or anything. And with the 8350, uh, I wasn't getting anything like that. So I don't know. I got a feeling that the processors got quite a lot to do with this. Some people tell you no, but and then others will tell you yes. So, but that gets into more into the software part of this stuff, which is I'm more on the mechanical end of this computer stuff. Uh, love to build them, stuff like that. When I get into the software, I have to do a lot of thinking. Of course, as I'm getting older, I found that I'm forgetting a lot of stuff. I write a lot of stuff down now that if I find a problem with something, I try to write it down so that next time somebody asks me, "Hey, what can I do about this?" I can look back and tell them because I don't remember a lot of it anymore. It's old age is trying to sneak in. I think I'm trying to fight it off, but Hey, Noki is here. Hello, how are you? Oh, we got Brian here. He's from Scotland. Mike, he's from here in the States. So you'll have to tell us, give us an idea where you're from. Oh, that's right, United Kingdom. That's right. I should have remembered that from the other time, but I didn't. Uh, that's my memory. Oh, you don't want names. I don't remember names. I do if I'm reading them. A whole lot better. Like Mike's there, he popped up on the screen. I knew him right off the bat. But a lot of times, somebody tells me their name in person. They got to tell me about 20 times before I remember it. And sometimes you find that you don't remember until a week later. A friend of mine that he's the same age I am, and actually he gets to be older than me for a couple months out of the year, so then I get to pick on him. I tell him he's old, but anyway, he was having an awful fit because he can't remember anything. This is my first time in your stream. I missed the last one. Yeah, but I think you left a comment on something because your name sounds awful familiar to me. I might be wrong, but I think you made a comment and left a comment that you'd missed the stream. I think. I could be wrong on that. But I welcome you here now anyway. I thank you for being here. I thank you all for being here. Yeah. Yep, on the stream yesterday because I thought it was about to start. Yep, there we go. Okay, that's where I saw it. Well, welcome is all. I actually supposed to have I guess going to have a stream at 1:30 too. If I get to. That one's going to be hard. I don't, as I was saying way back at the beginning, I don't really like this new YouTube setup. There's a lot of stuff on it that doesn't work as well as you'd like it to. You set something and you go back and it's changed. One thing I've noticed is the comment section. You go to comments under that big listing under there, and you go in there and you write up an answer to the guy, and you hit it, and he won't take it. It'll sit there and won't let you put your comment in at times. Little things like that it glitches on. So then I'll have to wait a while, and then I go back in and I can do it. Another thing I found is my tablet. And I do a lot of work on my tablets. I've got a Amazon 10-inch. I love it. Carry it everywhere with me. I use that, and I'm answering comments on it, and it does not. 90% of the time, you can't answer comments on it anymore since they've done this changeover. Well, that's good. Johan. No matter how I go to pronounce your friend's name there, I will mess it up. I don't know if it's Johan or not sure. Anyway, I won't try to. Oh. Johan? Is that close? Good. Thank you. That's I'm close anyway. That's good enough. I'm not good with names. I have a small speech impediment. You'll notice sometimes I stop in it. So I'll go to say certain things and it doesn't want to come out. Anyway, what else is in here? Okay. Very good. So, this here. Yeah, this is, well, it's a combination. It's a combination scratching post, and then they got, he's got a place to, and he goes up in there. Now, he come and got me at, what was it, about 2:30 this morning. He woke me up, brought me down here to the cat room, charged up in the top and got up in the top, and he was putting on all kinds of a performance up there. I says, oh my gosh, wake me up for that. But anyway, that's half the fun of owning cats, Cats are, well, actually, you don't own a cat. Cat owns you, That's, they kind of like take over the place. But anyway, this old guy is very, very nice cat. He got him out of the shelter. And we're not sure how old he is really. But at first went to the shelter, looked at him, they said he's 1 to 2. Okay. So then they decided that he was older than that. He's 3 or 4. Well, my vet says he's 7. Takes a guess at. So anyway, he's a cat. But he's a very good-natured cat. He's wonderful. Now he's the black and white one you see at the end of my videos. The one that's on my logo, Molly, I had her for about 10 and a half years. And cancer took her out. And that broke my heart. Oh, goodness. I had her since she was a little kitten. And she used to sit right with me when I was making YouTube videos and stuff. And she'd sit right with me and stayed with me all the time. And no matter where I went, she was with me. And so they're different. But anyway, this was originally her tree. And anyway, this is this. There's a big scratching post on the other side of the room that I just re-roped. And that one was like 15 years old, and I figured I'd re-rope it for this old guy. I've had this guy a little over a year. and he likes to get up and sleep right on my chest. Oh, let's see. I have 3 cats. I had 4 at one time, years ago, and we had. So I was telling you about Molly. Well, we had Teddy for about 6 years. While we had Molly, that belonged to my wife's best friend who died of cancer. And before she died, she asked us, "Will you take Teddy?" And of course, when she died, we took Teddy. You know, and so we had Teddy. But Teddy and Molly never really got along that well. But Teddy was a good cat. So we had 2 for a little while here. As I say, I've lost Molly, and then so now I got Whiskers, and he's a wonderful cat. He's downstairs sleeping. He's sleeping most of the time, except at night. That's when he likes to get around. As I could tell you, he likes to sleep on my chest, and then he'll get down in my arm. He gets in the cradle. He wants to get down, cradle in my arm like a baby. And that's the way he sleeps. And if he gets out of there, then he goes down and sleeps on the foot of the bed. But he sleeps right with us. Now, Molly never slept on the bed with us. She slept on the floor right next to me like a dog. Like I used to tell everybody, I think I got a dog. But anyway, she'd sleep on the floor right next to me, next to the bed, followed me all over the place. And she got on my computer desk. And she sat right here on the desk. And in fact, this was the only place that I could actually pet her and do anything with her. The rest of the time she was, well, her mother and father were feral cats, quite wild, so evidently. So I think some of that was in her. I mean, she wanted to be with you, but she didn't want to be messed with much. You could give her a couple pets, and that was it. And well, I'll tell you, she was so ferocious with the growl she had. She had this growl, which was, I heard a cat growl like this. She growled more like a mountain lion. And you go to the veterinarians, whether, they got a big waiting room, and they got a dog section again. Well, Molly would let out one of them growls, and then big dogs would hit the floor and whimper. I don't know if they actually thought there was a mountain lion or what was going on, but it was cool to see these big German shepherds hit the floor, and it's like. But anyway, she was. I know that the landlady come along one time and, hey, Bubbles is here. Hey, glad to see you're here. Got another kid from the UK on here too. I'm doing good, Bubbles. Yes, I am. Going better now that you're here. I'm just babbling on here, You know how I am. We were just discussing the cats. And as I say, when we got Whiskers, we had him a little over a year ago, we got him. So he's 7, 8, 9, somewhere, who knows. Vet says he's around 7. So anyway, he's a cat. But my wife said, we're going to change his name. And I looked at him and he had them great big long whiskers of his. And I says, no, Whiskers is a good name for him. Just leave it right on him. He knows it, and that's good. So, and all we know about the history of him is he came from down the southern part of the state. So a couple found him on our doorstep, half dead, sick, and what have you. And they called this Central New York, some kind of society that takes care of cats and tries to find them homes and stuff. So they took him to the vet and doctored him all up, and got him well, and then they shipped him up here to the northern part of the state. And PetSmart is a pet supply chain that have up here, big stores, and they have they let the shelter. They got a little section in their store that's got a separate room where they have cats and all the little cages and stuff, and which is a nice bit because they get to get rid of a lot of cats that way. And that's where we got him from. We were in there and saw him, and I says, which was kind of cool. I said to him, "How many cats do I have?" Just one now, just one, just my Whiskers, the one you see at the end of my videos. We were looking at the cats in there. I see this old fella in there, and I says, "I'd like to see him." And the woman says, "Oh, he won't come to you or nothing. He don't like people." So I says, "Well, bring him out." She brought him out, set him on the floor. He looks over at me and my wife. He jumps on her lap, then jumped on my lap, and loved us all up. And I says, "Yep, this is a good cat." And she says, "I never see him do that." She says, "You don't like people usually." I said, "Well," he says, "waiting for the right folks, I guess." But anyway, so we've had him for a little over a year. He's a great cat. He doesn't do anything bad. He tries to get out once in a while, and we don't let him out. I got a feeling that he was an outside cat, maybe. Only have a dog. Well, you're lucky you can have a dog. You see, this is part of this being stuck in a. She's 12. There you go. Well, she's got a little age on her, but she's probably got quite a few years left. Used to have a cat. We could have a cat to go with the dog, you know. Yeah. Oh, we have Horse Ranger here. Hello there. Welcome. Getting quite a few people here. Oh, good. Bubbles knows him, or he knows Bubbles on me. Bubbles said, "Hi, Horse." So anyway, that's the story of how we got Whiskers. Anyway, is he? As I say, he's a great cat. He doesn't do anything wrong. Doesn't get on things. In fact, I had an awful time getting him to come up and sit on the couch with us. He'd come over and lay by us, and he'd look up like he'd like to, and I'd pick him up, put him on the couch, and he was happy. As I say, he goes to bed with me. In fact, that was cool when I brought him home. Bubba said my mom used to have dogs and cats together. Well, we always did at home. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. Is this downsizing, they call it. When you get older, you know, they tell you, "Oh, you don't want that house. You know, they want to get an apartment." Well, I'll give you. You guys are all young enough yet. You ain't got to worry about this yet. But I'll tell you right now, don't let them downsize you. No downsizing. No. It's that way. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm looking over here I got a new mic, and my other mic died. I got this new mic, and I hope everything's working okay. You're right on that one. This virus stuff is crazy. You better believe it. You hear me fine? Good. That's good. That's good to know. The Oh, it's perfect. Good. Yeah, I got a new mic, and it's I'll grab the box. Just a second. Yeah, I thought maybe this would tell you. Nah, I was hoping to give you a number on this thing or something. No, tell me nothing. Well, let's see. I'll bring it online and right over here and show it to you. There we go. It's kind of cool, I guess. Haven't got to experiment with it much yet. I know one thing. I hooked it up first, and I was ready to send it back. Let's pick this up, put it over here somewhere. I was all ready to send it back. It how much did it cost? Okay. It was around $40, roughly. It's a Fifine, or I guess that's how you pronounce it. Fifine. And that's what I was looking for was drag out the book. Well, it's oops. I'm kicking the tripod that the camera's on. The book, it's got numbers, what it runs by. It's a K670/670B. So I got it off Amazon, and it was around $40. Which wasn't too bad. No, I had one by this company, but it was a cheaper one, and it worked pretty good. Well, as long as it sounds good, that's the main thing. This is a little bit different style than the other. The other one I had the three little legs, and you had to be real careful. You tip it over and this and that. This has got that heavy bass, and it put that back around this way. It's more stable, not knocking it over as much as I used to. Yeah, it looked pretty good in the book, and it had I read the reviews on it, and everybody liked it, and they all like you were just talking about that Yeti. They were comparing it to that, and they said they couldn't see much difference. Used to use heavy bass. Now I use a mic stand. A mic stand's good. Okay, 8. All right. Very cheap. That's good. That's good. Worst thing was, years ago, when I was playing in the band all the time and stuff, if I had known that I was going to do YouTube and stuff, I would have saved some of the mics and stuff. I gotta remember to set this way because when I turn, it messes up the lighting. I would have saved some of the mics and stuff, and a mic stand. I like heavy bass and mic stand. Mhm. The nicest thing with a nice heavy base is that you don't tip the thing over. I do that always turning. Yeah, my wife got me this new chair for Christmas. I had my old chair was getting pretty well whipped, and she got me this new one that's a beauty rest. Oh, is this thing comfortable? It if it reclined, I'd be asleep. Uh, but it's pretty cool. The I forget the yeah. The chair looks good, but that's all. You know, my wife took me down. We went down to the not comfortable. Probably one of them. Is it one of them racer style chairs that they sell for computers and stuff? Because I sent one of those down to actually I sent a couple of different ones down to Staples. That's a big office supply chain over here. I know that feeling. The So I went down through the chairs. I went for comfort. The other one I had was comfortable when I got it, but it was quite old and it was getting pretty, pretty, pretty well had it. So she wanted to get me a new chair for Christmas. So this is what I ended up with. Mostly, I don't go out much. The Go to the grocery store about once a week. I try to go in there when there isn't much of anybody else in there, and I wear my mask, rubber gloves. When I come out, the rubber gloves are in the garbage can on the way out, and uh, I get to the car and I use hand sanitizer. It is very scary. Yes. Yep. So it. Well, I thought right along we should have. We did. The government just started telling us to wear a mask over here. I was wearing one anyway, but anyway, at a time. But because I was watching the films and stuff, in China that had it originally, where it started, they were all wearing masks. And I thought to myself, that's what we should be doing. Yeah, I agree with that. Washing the hands a lot more. Worst thing is, I have to keep putting hand lotion on mine because they keep getting so rough and chapped from all the washing. And of course, I'm using bacterial soap. I antibacterial soap. I use that. Used to want to go to China. Well, I don't think I want to go there. the Not now is right. I don't want to go much of anywhere. I don't think. Uh, some doctor the other night on TV over here was telling that this stuff could last till 2022 over here. I was thinking to myself, I hope not. Can you imagine having to be hiding in the house for the next couple of years? No, I don't think that's not too much. Yeah, I play some games and stuff. And in fact, I was just telling I finished Far Cry 5 this a while back here. Um, got all three endings, and I'm not really overly crazy about the Far Cry series anymore. But as I was saying earlier, I've played the first Far Cry game, and then I just continued on. So I did Far Cry 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 now. So I've done them all. Well, you liked that video, did you? I'm glad. Well, I tried to keep it short because I didn't know how many, didn't know how it was going to go. I opened up this video with, I played a little bit on this thing. Made you happy, huh? All right, I'll see if I can do just a little. I have air problems, so sometimes. There you go, Bubbles. That'll hold you for a little bit. Can't get the hair going today. One of these days I might drag my guitar out, but my arthritis is so bad I can't do much with that anymore. There you go. Sometimes I might play a little longer when I happen to get a day when my air gets better. That's what I was saying earlier. I'm scared to death of this stuff. I'm 77. I got bad lungs and a bad heart. So I figure if I ever get it, I'm gone. So that's why I really worry about it. Well, when I play, I kind of think back to when I was a kid too. It's oh no, please stay at home. Hey, I'm trying. I'm trying. I have to go out a little now and then, but I'm trying. And just had to look out the window and see what the weather was doing out there. And here I am messing up the lighting again, ain't I? Yeah, I keep moving around and messing things up. The yeah, the I don't. Sometimes I get in the mood and I get when my breathing is real good, then I play. And sometimes I have my days. Some days I have to use this thing quite a lot, and but try to. Yes, this fresh air bit. Well, it's been so darn cold here. Um, it's I don't know how it is in England, but well, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. The, I don't know how your weather is over there right now, but we're back into winter almost. Very warm in France. Okay, well that's good. Not too cold in the UK. Well, we've been, let's see, last night I think it went down to 30, 31 or 32, something like that. Got up this morning, there was snow on the car. Uh, the ground is bare now anyway. Oh, yes, yes, it's stay in the house, as much as possible and all that. Yeah, I think that lockdown's about everywhere. Um, we got a problem here in this country. We have a few states that the governors didn't have them lock stuff down. And I got a feeling that's going to keep this thing going a lot longer. Um, all the shops are at, oh, yeah, our stores are all closed. I mean, except for the grocery stores. Now, grocery stores can be open, the hardware stores can be open. Let's see, what else could be open? The hardware stores and the grocery stores. Anything that's considered, drugstores, stuff like that can be open. But everything else is basically shut down. Now, there are a few big stores open, like Walmart is open and stuff. And the reason they're open is because they got a drugstore inside of them, see, so they get to have the whole thing open. And, shots empty, big shots, Bubbles. I would imagine, I'm guessing on this because I haven't been over to Fayetteville to see, which is about, I don't know, 20 some miles from us. There's a big Target over there. And I would imagine that's open because it's got a drugstore in it, so it'll fall into a class where it can be open. But I don't want to go to those places because they're crowded with lots of people and you don't know who's got what. Because we got people over here, and I imagine you do over there too, that are walking around with this thing, don't even know they got it. Yep. Small shops, that's best way to go. Hey, the Joker's here. Hi to you. Yes. Glad you're here. The actually the whole thing is supposed to be on at one. Somehow I was supposed to be at 10:30, and that thing said it was going to be 1:30. I just went ahead and turned the thing on when I got going here. So no, this virus thing is the worst thing is, we got a lot of people around that aren't taking this seriously at all. And them are the ones that's going to keep the thing spreading, I think. But I was going to say that we got a few states here that they're not even they're not staying home. They're not doing anything. Them are the states that are going to get us into problems. What things do you eat for snacks? Well, I like cashews myself. The peanuts type things, cashews. Aldi's. I don't know if you guys got Aldi's near you or not, but if you do, Aldi's has got a big container of them. Chips and chocolate. There's an interesting thing. Eat a lot of nuts. There you go. Well, I do. I eat the cashews, and I'm not supposed to have salt and noodles. There you go. Yeah, we had fried noodles the other night. My wife fries noodles, and of course they're good anyway, But for snacks, peanuts. Uh, there you go. Bubbles knows what fried noodles are. Um, Booker says he lives on noodles. Well, we have it quite often. Um, I was trying to think of some of the other stuff here. I not supposed to eat a lot of different stuff. Um, since that heart attack I had a couple of years ago, I'm supposed to be following a strict diet, but you ever make pies? I'm not the greatest baker cook in the world. My wife is the baker, and yes, we get pies. We have a friend uh, that she really makes pies all the time. She's good. Uh, Strawberry rhubarb pie. Oh, that's wonderful. I don't know if you ever had that or not. Well, you had a heart attack, Joker? That's not the most fun thing in the world, are they? Uh, although mine wasn't painful. I just couldn't breathe. I was having terrific shortness of breath, and at the I had a little pressure right here in the chest. That was the way mine was. Last year. So but they, oh, you can't walk anymore. That's not good. That's not good. The I'm getting so I can't walk very good, but mine's due to my legs are just plain shot. They if I'd let them operate on everything they'd like to operate on me, I don't know. Don't know if I'd ever make it out. Oh, you're stuck right at home. Uh, and that's not just with this panoramic going on either. Uh, that's rough. Have you got one of those little scooters to get around on outside or anything? No, I haven't went live much. This is my second time. I was live. I did a test there a while back, and uh, I ended up being on longer. And I come on just to see if I could do it on that last one I made, and some people showed up, so I stayed on. Uh, but this is my first actual live. Uh, there you go, Joker. We had a scooter but can't use it. No, no, I haven't. I haven't been doing much live. Never got into it, and I going to start to do some. As long as you guys like them, and I'll be doing some along. You're too old for scooter. How old are you, Joker? Are you as old as I am? I'm 77. I seeing people live. Yeah, that's good. Like that. The Joker's 82. Oh, you got me beat. Well, I wouldn't say he's old. I mean, we gotta we gotta hang in there as long as we can. I had an uncle that unfortunately he was an uncle by marriage, and so I was not in my bloodline. But it would have been nice if he had my bloodline, because he was in his 90s and he went up into his woodlot and he built himself a log cabin at that age. And he was 101 or 102 when he went. And he died chopping wood. So, I mean, he was. Well, he got YouTube left. Oh, I'm sorry about you losing your wife there. I had my first wife I had for 37 years, and I lost her. And I've been remarried for about 2.5 years now. And I think it's pretty cool. I don't know how many older people are on YouTube, to tell you the honest truth, or that have a channel on YouTube. 17 years. Yeah. I don't know. It's She drives you mad. the Well, that's the thing. That's what women are here for, is to drive us mad, I think. I'm not sure. Uh, the Oh, I'm using what is this thing? It's a 920. I got a Logitech 920. It's a camera. It's got mics built into it, but I don't use the mics that are in it. I used the mics in it on that first live I did because my big mic had died. It doesn't do too bad a job. A lot of my videos, any videos I do outside and stuff, some of my unboxing ones, I usually use my cell phone on them. Well, you got the C922. There you go. They got another one too. They got one there that's supposed to put like an image behind you, different stuff. But from what I read on it, it doesn't work. So I didn't bother with that. What's a Logitech? That's a company. Yeah, green screen type thing. That was the word I was trying to hunt for. Supposed to do it automatically. Yep, yep. Is yours the model that does that, and does it work? I got a program that's supposed to do it. I messed around. I played with it once, and I kind of. Well, he's got one. Don't work great. Yeah, that's what I read about. I wasn't sure if that was the model or not, but I looked up Logitech once, and they had that. They advertised that, and then I looked up on YouTube or on the internet, period, and I got bad reports on it all over, so I never bothered with it. Yeah. Well, I got a program that I can green screen with, but by the time you set the screen up and everything, it's I don't know, it's a pain in the neck. It A lot of effort. Yes, too much effort. Too much effort. Guys, I hate to do this, but I think I'm going to have to take off. Uh, yeah, keep putting it up, taking it down. Yep. Hmm. I got one I use once in a while. I put it behind me and stuff. But I don't use the green. I don't mess with the green screen stuff because it's just too much. Joker, I hope to see you again. Bubbles, Horse Ranger. Let's see who else I got there. There was some other people. I mean, see if I can get this to roll back down here. Who else have I got here? I don't want to miss nobody. I had. Oh yeah, Mike. Mike, are you still with us? I don't know if Mike's still with me or not. Anyway, Mike and Noki and not really sure who all is with me yet. When I get back down here. Horse Ranger, Joker, Bubbles, all is. It was very nice. Uh, I'm going to have to run, and but I catch us all the next time, and stay inside, stay well, and we'll pray for each other, and so okay, bye bye now, and God bless you all. Thanks for coming.